Here we have an Aglaonema care guide, and we're going to do several at the same time because they all have the same care instructions. This one is Aglaonema Emerald Beauty. This one is Aglaonema Silver Bay. This one is Aglaonema Golden Papaya, one of my personal favorites. The Red Valentine, the Aglaonema Ruby. Okay, so for all these plants, we're going to have the same exact care instructions, okay? So they are very versatile plants. These are probably one of our top 3 beginner-friendly plants. They can go in bright light, they can go in medium light, and they do low light with the best of them. In fact, they're actually one of the few plants that I've found in my experience to actually bloom in low light, which is kind of special. I also like, with a lot of low light tolerant plants, all you get is, a very green heavy. But Aglaonema are pretty special in that a lot of them have color, and they will also do low light. So we've covered the lighting for them. Let's talk about watering. As far as watering goes, they're going to be actively growing during the spring and summer months. During that time, we like to water them when they're about 25% dry. During the winter months, they go dormant. They're kind of in a hibernation stage. You won't see a lot of new growth. You might not see any new growth at all. And during that time, we water them when they're about 50% dry. If you're going to fertilize, I also like to fertilize just during the growing season, so spring through summer months. And a balanced liquid-soluble fertilizer or a granular fertilizer is fantastic. I like to use a granular fertilizer just because it's easy to keep up with, but do whatever you choose, just use it as directed on the packaging. For repotting, we also do that during the growing season, during the spring and summer months, but only if the roots are coming out of the bottom drainage holes. This plant looks very full, but as you can see, the roots aren't coming out of the bottom drainage holes, so I wouldn't need to repot this anytime soon. When you do repot it, just go up 1 to 2 pot sizes. So this is in a 6-inch pot. When it's time to repot, I would go up to a 7 or even an 8 would be fine. As far as soil goes, I want 50% moisture retention and 50% drainage, which means your moisture retention would be like just a standard houseplant soil. And then I would mix that in with something that drains very sharply, like succulent soil, cactus soil, orchid bark, perlite, even little bits of sand works really well. You want it to retain a little bit of moisture, but also be pretty free draining. And of course, we always put our plants in drainage pots. Now remember, this is going to go for all of these different plants that we have here, all these different Aglaonema. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below.